I forgot about this one. I think I, well, I think I messed up. I messed up a few times on this test, but this is a weird problem. Um, I ask what the mass of an astronaut, what is the mass of an astronaut who weighs 600 pounds on the surface of Jupiter? And if if g, the value of g on Jupiter is 24.8 meters per second squared, meaning the acceleration of gravity at the surface of Jupiter is that, what would the mass of this astronaut be? It's really not that hard. A lot of you would intuitively figure it out. But those of you who don't intuitively figure things out and figure them out the way I showed you how to do it, I think this would be tricky. I think maybe what I meant to say is 600 newtons, because then it's an easy problem. Then you would just say, you know, weight equals mass times gravity. The weight, 600 newtons, equals mass times 24.8, and you get the mass. And that would be no problem. But that's not what I said. I said 600 pounds, and we don't really deal with pounds much. So you could just skip this problem if you want, but if you want to know what I did here and kind of a legitimate way to answer this, here's what I did. I said weight equals mass times gravity. So somebody's weight on Jupiter would be that person's mass times 24.8. And somebody's weight on Earth would be that person's mass times 9.8. So we've been over that. Now, if I get a proportion here, the ratio of someone's weight on Earth to someone's weight on Jupiter, it would be m times 9.8 over m times 24.8, or in other words, since these m's cancel, 9.8 over 24.8, which is 0.35, or sorry, 0.395. So this is the ratio of how much you weigh on Earth compared to how much you weigh on Jupiter. So I'm going to take that, that ratio over here, right there, and leave the weight on Earth right there. And then for weight on Jupiter, I'm substituting in 600 pounds because it says this astronaut weighs 600 pounds on Jupiter. And the ratio of weight on Earth to 600 pounds is 0.395. So therefore, this person's weight on Earth would be 237 pounds. But the question is, what's the mass? So there are a variety of ways to do this, but the easiest way is to use the conversion. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So if you multiply by 1 kilogram per 2.2 pounds, then pounds cancel out and you get 107 kilograms. Now, yeah, I'm not going to go into the other kind of common sense ways of doing that. That's a bad test question.